it's MK, and I am back with another scrap. May I scrap lift you? And today I am lifting Jennifer Kane. I love every single one of her layouts that she puts out, you guys. So at least every year I scrapbook her at least once, if not more. But at least during the month of May, I do scrap lift Jennifer for sure. So anyways, I have this sticker book from Cartabella or Echo Park, which I think are the same company, sister companies. Anyways, they have s'mores stickers within this book, and I used some on my last s'mores layout, but this time I'm going to use the s'mores stickers as well as the alpha stickers and whatnot. Oh, it's from Cartabella, that's for sure. So it came in a Not Just for Boys Kit Club kit. So it isn't something that I normally purchase all on its own. I don't go out and look for things like this unless they come in a kit. And that is one of the reasons why I do really enjoy kits, just saying. So I don't know why I'm going so slow through the book, but there it is. I also want to use this giant word stars and maybe this little tab from Close to My Heart's Timberline sticker sheets. I have this gorgeous plaid that I've been using on a couple camping layouts, or cabin layouts, I should say, also from Timberline's, Close to My Heart's Timberline. I have a branding strip from the exact same company, and then I believe the stars are also from Close to My Heart, but I don't flip them over, so I do not remember if they are, but I do know the one up on top is the branding strip from that other plaid paper. All right, I also have some 49 and Market tickets and a couple other embellishments that I received in a baggie about the moon and stuff like that, so that I don't end up bringing on this layout. I have my s'more sandwiches that I made for the last s'mores. I have a flare from Spiegel Mom Scraps, some die cuts from Doodlebug, another Cartabella tag. Actually, I think it's Echo Park as well. I don't know, you guys. Again, they came from the Not Just for Boys Kit Club. I have this gorgeous stencil right here that I believe was Paige Evans' stencil, one of her first collections, and I plan on using this really cool stencil butter. It starts with an M, malachite or something like that, from the Crafters Workshop. I have all of these photos that I'm going to be using or going to be putting on this layout. And then I have this Nightfall paper from Minte that I actually end up switching out for a Cocoa Vanilla star paper because that one was just a little too purpley, but that was the original paper. Also from Cartabella, By the Sea, I have these two wood grains. Again, I just purchased a 20-pack or a 25-pack from scrapbook.com. I have some glitter washi tape that don't end up on this layout. And then for some very light, faint stars, I do have my Tuscan Sun, which is a shimmers spray that I'm going to add to this layout. All right, so here's the star paper that I did end up actually picking up. Again, it is from Cocoa Vanilla, and I believe it is either from Legendary or, I know it's not from No Limits. It's either from Legendary or, the other one, Boys Rule. So I don't really remember exactly because I never flip it over to see what's the other side. I think it's Legendary. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I have two photos of my oldest boy and then my daughter up at the top, and then my son around the campfire. Well, my youngest son and my middle son are around the campfire along with Papa, and then there's my oldest boy as well, and then the very last photo is all of them, including their cousins. So I just wanted to make sure that I got everyone represented that was in the fun s'mores holiday. Papa only likes to do the marshmallows, roast the marshmallows and eat the marshmallows. He doesn't actually like to eat the s'mores. So I went ahead, just like Jennifer, and I have my band of strips of paper going across my layout, and then one that creates kind of a banner for my title. Or at least that's where my title is going to be. Jennifer's actually goes below both sets of her photos, up at the top and at the bottom. And mine is actually going to be on the banner instead of just having a really cool banner journal spot, I think is what she used hers for. I also have this little leftover piece of mesh that is from Hobby Lobby. I thought I was going to bring it in, and then I don't end up doing it. So it takes me a long time for some reason to figure out how this layout is going to lay down, like all the pieces of paper that I wanted represented and all that stuff, because I can see in Jennifer's that she has a bunch of layers. Like she matted her photos on what looks like on white cardstock, then she matted them again on another larger. Now I also have to keep in mind that Jennifer only does 8.5 by 11. So I knew that my layout was going to be stretched across to two 12 by 12s. So that required me to have a lot more paper, and I didn't have another sheet of this gorgeous plaid. I didn't have another branding strip or two more branding strips. I didn't have any of that. So I'm going to have my representations just like, for Jennifer's layout. So instead of double matting my photo, I single matted my photos on red. And then instead of having that double mat going around all three photos, I'm ignoring that and only using the other layer that she has that just looks more central under her photo to where you can only see the top and the bottom. Now, could I have cut out the middle section of this plaid to use again on another layout? Oh, yes, I could have. Absolutely, because that is one of my favorite plaids. It reminds me of the tartan, especially the gun colors. And so it's quite represented there, and that's why I'm drawn to it the most. But I'm also one of those types of people that don't mind letting things go. I'd rather use it than hoard it. So that is just the mindset that I am currently in. Okay, and then also Jennifer has a little bit of stencil work as well as splattering in random areas throughout her layout. Over on the left of the upper section of photos, and then down at the bottom below the title that she has going on, down below the bottom section of photos, and then up above on the right side of the bottom section of photos. So she's got quite a bit of stenciling and whatnot going on. So that is what my stars are representing because of the fact that it is nighttime when we are having s'mores. Usually, because of Papa and Nana, we don't usually stay up so late and whatnot. And so our s'mores time is normally during the day. The sun hasn't quite set yet. And this time we were a little late getting back from whatever excursion we did that day. I don't really remember now. I think we went horseback riding this day. And so anyways, all the kids were due for a bath and showers and all that stuff. And Papa was like, well, we can't go to bed without s'mores, because he loves spoiling the grandkids. So it was a definite must that we had to, have our s'mores in for the day. So we definitely all took showers and got our jammies on and got all ready. And then Papa had the fire pit going by the time he was done with his shower. And so each of the kids just went out and joined him until everybody was present to have s'mores. So it was super fun. My little one, she gets a little scared of the dark, but the cabin has these heat lamps that not only do they light up the deck, but they also create a heat and make it comfortable. So that way, or the patio or whatever you want to call this area, but it makes it comfortable for everybody to not, be too cold because we are up in elevation and whatnot. So once the sun goes down, it is rather cold. But yeah, the heat lamps were amazing and definitely did their job. I also have a photo. My daughter is standing in front of my husband, who is enjoying an adult beverage, and the photo makes it look like it's my daughter's. So I am trying my hardest to cover it up so it's not so obvious, and it does end up getting covered up. I also have 2 wood veneers from Some Assemblage Required, the s'mores kit. So I want to try to get those used on my layout as well. I already used the title on another s'mores layout. So here's where I am working hard at getting that beverage covered up, which it's perfect. I've got the sandwich and then the flare, which I love these little flares by Scrap and Happy Studio. They're just amazing. And then the perfect little thing from Doodlebug. It says official s'mores taster, and she's just perfect, standing there getting ready to taste her little sandwich she has going on. So I did also not end up using the washi tape, as well as not even bothering with the mesh. I had a lot going on already, and so I opted not to do any extra layers or dimensions or anything like that. I will be popping the sandwiches up so that way they are a 3D and whatnot. And then of course the wood veneer also lends itself to dimension. So also too, I have ripped apart my 49 End Market tickets so that way I can get that green throughout the layout, because it was the perfect green for the plaid. All right, so now I'm going to be working on the title, and I am going to use the tile alphas from the sticker book and use under the, so that way I can create my title. Now I had this word s'mores from about 2 s'mores layouts ago. That's a little tongue twister. And I never ended up using it. So I had it left over on this wax sheet of paper, getting ready to be used. And then I pulled the word stars off of my Close to My Heart sticker sheet. And I'm going to be using the T section of my magnetic T-square ruler from Close to My Heart. I'm going to be using that just to make sure that my letters are straight across the banner, because I knew the word stars was going to be larger than the width of my banners. So I knew that. I just wanted to make sure that they were going to get straightened up. And I think I'm having a conversation, and that's why my head keeps going, no, no, no. Anyways, I did all of these layouts. I'm not sure if I've said that many, many times, and if I have, I apologize for being repetitive. But I completed all of May's layouts in a retreat that was 5 days long, and so I have the lighting that I bring with me on the retreats that I don't end up actually getting anything recorded or accomplished. I have my whiteboard instead of the board I normally have. My glass board is that I normally have on my desk, and whatever supplies I think I might need for the photos that I'm bringing. That's it, you guys, in all honesty. So I make what I have work. I have my gel pen here because I did not think I was going to be coloring any wood veneer at all. So I did not bring any of my markers with me, although Janet did ask for them. So now I know to bring them next time. But I just had my gel pen, and I thought it would be kind of cute to highlight the marshmallows, because they seem to be the star of the show once the chocolate is all gone. We've got graham crackers and marshmallows, and the kids just want to roast marshmallows and eat them, and they just seem to be, what everybody is drawn to is the ooey gooey marshmallows. So I'm going to go ahead and I put the word stars on, and I am just eyeballing the word under and then the word the. I don't really like the fact that I can't see some of the word stars. The S definitely gets lost. The T is okay, and then the A, the R, and the S are okay as well. But I'm going to remedy that since I can't see it. And like I said, I do apologize for this being such a very long video. There was nothing that I could cut out without, saying, oh, look, the layout's done type of deal. There were lots of bits and pieces that I wanted to share with you guys as far as putting this layout together that I felt was, worth watching. If that makes any sense. And so, yeah, it is a 21 minute video. So I am very sorry. It started out as 40. So I do have to say that the background and manipulating of the papers was definitely the longest part about this whole layout. But I did have some fun. Okay, and it does take me a little bit to center the word s'mores where I like it. The large S just kept looking like an L. And finally, I just gave up and was like, okay, that's good enough. So I'm going to take my gel pen again and messily write around the word stars. I like the fact that it is messy because then I don't have to worry about it being perfect. But yeah, I'm going to outline all of my letters, even though it was just the T and the S that I could not see, or that seemed to be, hidden for me. But I do end up doing this outline to all of the letters. So, and then I still have all those other embellishments to glue down, you guys. I left this in as well, just because I feel like I always cut out almost everything. Yeah, there's no hints or tips that I can give you about other than, buy a high quality gel pen. That's it. Mine are Arteza gel pens, just purchased off of Amazon. So I'm going to go ahead and put these embellishments down. Now, the Scrap and Happy Studio epoxy flares say do not use liquid adhesives to glue them down, or you will warp the image underneath the epoxy, and then they will no longer be of good quality. So I just use some glue dots to stick them down where I want them. And I'm going to just make sure that the word official s'mores taster is straight. Other than that, it really didn't matter. I did want to use that tab, not that I know what I'm going to put on the tab, but I did want to use that tab to bring that plaid from the bottom section of photos up to the top section of photos. And then the other sandwiches, I believe I keep flat because the wood veneer is very bulky, and not very bulky. It is not bulky at all, but the wood veneer adds dimension. And so if I was to have popped up that bottom sandwich, then the wood veneer would have had to be popped up as well. And it's already dimensional, so I did not want to do that. I took the word s'mores time from the sticker book and went ahead and added that into that cluster down there. Same with the one above on my daughter's photo. I put the s'mores sandwich straight down just so that way I could have the flare be the dimension in that little cluster. I ripped the bottom half of this tag that says, when life gives you marshmallows, make s'mores. That's adorable. I ripped the bottom half off because of the fact that it was scallop, and scallop didn't really go with my layout. So I just went ahead and ripped it. That matches the rest of my layouts. And then I'm going to put that sandwich just up in the upper section because, one, I did not want it to cover up any of the words. And two, I didn't want the ticket to be on top. I wanted the sandwich to be on top of that little cluster. And then the Close to My Heart sticker sheet had very few black stars that I thought matched my my stencil work really well. They weren't true black. They're more of a charcoal, just like the stencil work is. And so I went ahead and added those few stars in. Like I said, I think there's only 2 on the whole sticker sheet, which doesn't make any sense. But it also came with a some die cuts for specific layouts that I never make. And so I could have overlooked the die cut stars. I just did not bring them with me. I only had the sticker sheets. So, and then right underneath the last photo on the bottom left, I typed in treasure these moments because my kids do really, truly love, this type of thing. Usually we buy all different kinds of chocolates for them to try, Heath bars, things like that. And so it's fun seeing the combinations of s'more sandwiches that are possible out there. And then, of course, the intensity of how much you roast your marshmallow, right? That's also a favorite. Not really a favorite, but some like it a little and some like it a lot type of deal. Added a little bit of twine in my tag, and that is the extremely long layout. It does look super simple, and it probably would have been had I not needed to take a long time trying to figure out my papers. I only had scraps to work with other than the star paper from Cocoa Vanilla. Had I used full sheets, it probably would have been no big deal. But because I did not, I definitely had to strategize how my papers were going to lay. Other than that, the rest of the layout came together rather smoothly. All right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really, truly appreciate it. Jennifer, I cannot thank you enough for all that you contribute to this industry. All of your layouts are fabulously amazing. And I just look forward every day to seeing what you create. I really do. Please be sure to check out the playlist down below for everyone else that is playing along with May I Scraplift You. And I will check you guys all later. Thanks. Bye.